Welcome to this episode of Sitecore in 300 seconds. My name is Evan. I work as a consultant at Sitecore, and in this episode, I'm going to provide a deeper insight into decision management and showcase how it works. If you're interested in more information, please watch my 300 seconds plus episode. Decision modeling is an important consideration for business and marketing professionals hoping to have a quality engagement with their customers. Decisions behind personalization, decisions to help ensure regulatory compliance, and decisions to help guide customers with next best actions, urgency messaging, recommendations, cross and upselling all need to be modeled and available through interactions across your business. Let's quickly look at how inconsistency can occur if we do not consider how we are managing decisions. Business initiatives often start with conceptual rules or guidelines. To make these concepts a reality, many internal stakeholders need to collaborate. These teams must interpret the rules and regulations and ideas and ensure they are communicated to the customer in the appropriate way, regardless of how the customers choose to interact. They will collaborate and codify the rules and have them distributed on the website channel. Perhaps these same stakeholders may do the same thing on mobile. Assisted channels like customer service may have separate stakeholders, and more again over on branch and API. And this is where issues can often occur. Perhaps the implementation that happened in web and on mobile, even though it was the same stakeholders, was built just slightly differently. If that's the case, we'll get inconsistencies across those channels. In the case where we have different sets of internal stakeholders collaborating, such as with CSR and web channels, we may even find that there are inconsistencies in the way those rules are interpreted. Now, this is after the initial implementation, but when we consider the next iteration of changes, these inconsistencies, these issues will continue and they will be amplified across all the channels. We know modern businesses need to be agile and change quickly and effectively, so we need to plan for this type of iteration. Now let's take a look at what this might look like if we were managing the decisions centrally. Firstly, all of our internal stakeholders would be collaborating in the same location. This would mitigate the risk of having differences in interpretation and implementation. As new stakeholders provide input, all these rules are updated and consistent across all channels. Having this single place for the codification of product, personalization, and regulatory rules now means that we can distribute it more evenly across channels, ensuring consistency there as well. This means that as our businesses learn and change and adapt, we'll be sure that it only ever happens one time consistently across all channels, mitigating inconsistencies, lowering the cost of implementation, and reducing human error. But how can we do this with Sitecore technology? Firstly, Sitecore enables capture and consolidation of all your customer data in real time. Using a decision canvas, all stakeholders can collaborate to build decision flows that are evaluated in real time. These decision flows can be used in any channel, which helps ensure that our customers have consistent conversations across your channels and when engaged with staff or brokers in assisted channels. Decisions can be enriched with any data from your organization, such as credit checks or employment status or current interest rates, and even leverage your trained models from the data science team. We have first-party customer data consolidated and decision flows set up. Now we need to set up individual rules that are created in a table that is easy to understand and change. This is the way that we can codify rules for simplicity and consistency. It also helps reduce human error that can lead to issues across channels. Rules are modeled and can be promoted in a way that is safe and predictable. Decisions are created in draft mode and then moved into a silent test. This means that we can understand exactly what would happen when this change goes live without having to impact any customers. Once the customer is happy with this, we can move the decisions into production. And in production, we can roll the changes out to a small percentage of users to pilot the change slowly and safely. Sitecore can help ensure decision consistency across all channels. Human errors in interpretation and implementation are reduced, and this helps lower the cost of implementation and maintenance. Thank you for watching this episode of Sitecore in 300 seconds. If you're interested in learning more about decision management with Sitecore, please watch my 300 plus episode, where I provide deeper insights into the product and showcase how it works.